Hey, Frank Chmiel here, principal of Franklin High School. Here to tell the class of 2020, their families, and our Franklin community a little bit of what our commencement ceremony is going to be like. So there's several different parts to the commencement. The first thing today and this whole week was the senior drop-off and gift pickup process. So seniors had a chance to drop off all the school property that they had at one site and then pick up a senior class gift. And within the senior class gift was a virtual reality headset, which I'll show you right now, that if you put your iPhone or Android device into it, you get to watch a special virtual reality graduation ceremony that's on YouTube right now, only accessible to the class of 2020. A class of 2020 t-shirt, a class of 2020 keychain, and eventually there's going to be lawn signs. We have those in, and we're going to put those out for the graduates so that as you enter from Heller Park, we're currently at the Heller Park entrance to Franklin High School campus, that as families come and enter the campus, the pictures of the graduates will line the way all the way to the stadium, all 520 graduates, bringing you to the stadium. And the video, the virtual reality video, is going to be released to the public on the last day of school, which is June 23rd. The bells of South Middlebush Reformed Church are going to ring out at 11 a.m. in the morning in honor of the class of 2020, and that's when the YouTube video is going to be released for the public. But that's not all. We also have another video that is not going to be released until the day before the first in-person ceremony. So on July 12th, that's Sunday afternoon, the valedictorian speech, the salutatorian speech, class president's speech, my speech, as well as our guest speaker, Jariah McCrae, class of 2019, is going to be put together with shout outs from the Warrior teaching staff, cool graduation facts with this class of 2020 set to music. It's going to be a special commencement video that's a little bit different than the virtual reality video that's going to be available on June 23rd. And it's going to be like the prelude to the in-person ceremonies, and we're going to have in-person ceremonies. We're one of the few high schools in New Jersey that have decided to take advantage of the opportunity given to us by the state. We followed the class of 20 Google Classroom, and the voice of the students was loud and clear. They wanted to get together and graduate as a group. So we developed a plan that would be within state guidelines in terms of physical distancing and safety, and we're going to take all the proper precautions to make sure that we have a safe graduation experience. But we are going to graduate groups of 90 members of the class of 2020, alphabetically arranged, and they're going to be allowed to bring 4 guests each, and it'll fall within the state guidelines for what's allowed. And we're going to go into Warrior Stadium, and they're going to have in-person graduation ceremonies that's complete with the presentation of the colors by the JROTC, the singing of the national anthem, a couple speeches, and then the students are going to be facing their families in the home bleachers. This is different because usually we have to graduate over 500 students at once, and the only fair way to set them up was to set them up facing towards an end zone so the graduates' backs weren't towards their families. For these graduations, because we're only graduating 90 and we could fit all of their guests into the home bleachers at once with physical distancing, we're situating the chairs facing their families. So their families are going to get to see them head on as they come towards the bleachers during the pomp and circumstance. And when the kids go across and they have their diploma in their hand, they're going to be able to look up into the stands, hold up that diploma nice and high for their parents to take some really great pictures. So, some people are actually remarking that in some ways, this graduating class is going to be getting more than other graduating classes, and they're wondering, are we setting a precedent for what future graduations have to do? What I would tell you is, having had to basically plan 3 different times and do 20 plus hours of graduation planning. I don't want to talk about next year's graduation yet. I want to get through these graduations, do them safely and do them honorably, and really give something happy for the class of 2020 and their families.